here in the garden. Last year you'll recall I built this pergola and shelter in front of the greenhouse. This year I've added a second one and some fencing between the two. This is primarily just to screen off the vegetable part from the flower garden. And talking of vegetables, as you can see, I've now lined the areas, the beds, with some timber. This will stop the weeds encroaching into the beds. And here we've got some potatoes coming up already. And over in that far bed we have some onions coming up. I've also finished off the compost heap by putting a front on it, and the water collection is going nicely. Looking over at the other house, this is the most pressing thing to get done this year. The top of the back wall, as you can see, a lot of the lime mortar has now washed out and it's in danger of falling down. So what I need to do is put some scaffolding up inside and get up there and redo the brickwork. And recall that this building was absolutely full of debris, and I have now emptied two of the rooms completely. So this is the bigger of the two rooms. This was almost up to that metal bar at the back there with rubbish, which I have now dug out completely. Some of the items that I found while I was digging out a complete bathroom suite for a doll's house, which is cute. As you can see, there is some patching up of the wall I need to do down here, which is where the floor joist used to be, and then I need to get up there and build in the other half of this wall that's fallen off before this lot falls down. So like I say, it took me about 10 days, nearly 2 weeks, to actually clear out these two rooms. This one was up to the pipe at the back here, full of soil, rocks, tiles. This I found completely buried. There were some large oil drums in here, one of which had rusted through at the bottom and leaked. So I've had to get rid of the contamination at the bottom here, and I've now put some pads down in the corners ready for some posts, because what I'm going to do is build a platform in here, and then I can get my scaffold tower on it to get up to there. Well, I'm sorry for the lack of videos on this, but the temporary platform that I'm building inside the old building is almost complete. I've run out of floorboards, so there's a small gap down this edge still to go. But otherwise, I'm now able to get my scaffold tower built on top of it. So here we are on top of the temporary platform that I've built to enable me to get up to this part of the wall to repair it. I'm going to have to put a scaffold tower up on top of here. This is only a temporary platform. It's not fixed to the building at all, it's completely freestanding. But how temporary is temporary? It will probably stay here for a few years. Make some useful storage space. I may work out if I can put some sort of roof on it later. But for now, it's done what I need to do is to get up to this piece. Now I've put the scaffold tower together. Up on top you can see the state of this wall much better. It's pretty loose in places. There is an awful lot of loose what was lime mortar, which is now got to be scraped off so that I can get back to the stones to rebuild the wall. The thing that saved this wall is at some point someone has put a cement slab across the top, which has stopped the water getting in and washing it all out. But there are a few stones that are pretty loose and could fall off at any moment, so I don't want this wall to be falling down, so I'm going to have to clean it up and rebuild it. So this is the top of the wall that's collapsed. As you can see, there's quite a bit of loose stuff sitting on the top. This is the old lime plaster, and on top of that we have moss growing, so that all needs to come off. And that gives me a new solid base to build the wall up on. Now that all the loose stuff is off, I can start building the wall up. I'm using a lime mortar mix, 3 parts sand, 1 part lime. waterproof bed on first. And then find some stones to fill in.